Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again with another Reddit story for you. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Divorcing My Pregnant Wife Because She Looked Into My Phone? It better not be that simple. My wife started jokingly making snide comments that I was having an affair. I thought she was teasing me, so I mostly ignored her or laughed with her. I didn't know she was actually serious. Then she was getting more irritated and arguments increased. In one argument, I asked her what the problem was, and she told me that I was cheating. She started telling me all the time I was late from work or how I was staring at women in the park, etc. I tried to explain everything and resolve her doubts. I even offered her therapy to clear her doubts. Oh, that's a good idea. That's like telling someone to calm down. How about I get you some therapy? Then she started demanding to see my cell phone. I was like, nope, I don't have to do it. I never asked to see her cell phone, by the way. She told me if I have nothing to hide, I should do it. I told her she should trust me, and I should not have to give proof of my honesty to her. But she would not let it go, so I unlocked it and told her, if she looks into my phone, we are done. I don't like that. She checked my phone, and I just went numb. Of course she didn't find anything. I never cheated, and I don't plan to ever cheat. I told her I will move out, and we can figure out the rest. She freaked out and tried to apologize, but there's no going back. Now she is blaming it on the pregnancy hormones, saying she was having dreams that I was cheating. I understand that, but she should have trusted me. I don't have to provide proof. It should be implicit. Otherwise, why marry me? If she was having bad thoughts, we could just talk it out and go to therapy. She should not have put me in this position. It's very insulting that my own wife wants proof of my fidelity, that she thinks I'm a kind of person who will cheat on his wife, pregnant wife, on top of that. She called her parents and they called mine and they're trying to make me forgive her. I have made up my mind. She crossed the line. It's over. I just feel sad. I had planned lots of things. I had spent countless hours baby-proofing my house. I just wanted a happy family for myself and it's all gone. Lots of telltale signs in that paragraph. Lots of mentions of me and myself and I. Now I have to figure out how to be a single parent. My phone has been buzzing all day. I've stopped replying to texts and receiving calls. I do think I have a right to be trusted in my own marriage without having to give proof every step of the way. Edit, I largely work from home. I did not spend lots of time away from her. I have to go to work 2 days a week. Okay, there's some Candy Thunder thoughts here, but let's talk about this for a second. He's taking the innocent until proven guilty route here, but I don't think that's how trust works. Trust is earned. It is not implicit. You don't just get a full meter of trust by getting married. It's not a package deal. You earn that trust. But aside from that, the pregnancy hormone side of things I know can't be blamed for everything. And you know, I as a dude cannot understand it. There's no way that I can understand it. But I can imagine that it is very, very difficult to try to process thoughts and emotions and all of the variables that aren't there otherwise. If this was out of character for her, in my position, I'd be like, okay, what things would cause some out of character statements or feelings or meanings? Oh, there's a baby inside of her that she's growing that probably has some kind of effect on hormones and other, you know, biological and emotional things. And I imagine it's a very difficult thing to do and it causes some changes. Aside from all of that, this guy being like, I just wanted a happy family for myself. I baby-proofed my home. Now I have to figure out how to be a single parent. There's so much focus on him. Mimi. He's got the mimis. There's so much focus on him that he's not thinking about this as a unit. He's not thinking, they're obviously not on a team together here. They're two individuals, at least for him. He's operating independently from her. And I hand my phone to Candy Thunder all the time. You shouldn't have anything to hide. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. That's us. Anytime she needs something from my phone, it's like, yeah, freaking pick it up. Your fingerprint stored in there. Like, you do what you need to do. There shouldn't ever be anything to hide. So why would you worry about it? The fact that he said, if you look, we're done, is a huge asshole move. And the fact that he actually followed through with it. And the fact that he thought he should just be implicitly given trust without having to earn it. And the fact that he had no compassion for her going through a difficult time right now that I'm sure is difficult. No compassion whatsoever. And it's just like, yeah, told you, we're done. All right. Deuces. Now I gotta figure out how to be a single parent. I was wronged. That's an asshole move. Also, if somebody asked to look at your phone and you unlocked it and put it in front of them and said, okay, if you do it, there's going to be consequences. He baited the hook for the thing that she had already asked for. Obviously, she didn't think he was going to follow through with that, but she thought that he was cheating because she was having dreams about it because she's growing a baby inside of her. And I'm sure shit's all not normal. Candy Thunder's comment here, some women go through pregnancy without any issues, but with others, it can completely change you. If this isn't normal behavior for your wife, then you can most likely say that the pregnancy is affecting her ability to think rationally. Being pregnant can lead to negative thoughts and irrational thinking. It did for me, and I had to learn how to control them. Why do you think postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety are so prevalent and concerning? If you are willing to leave your pregnant wife because she wanted to look at your phone to calm her irrational fears, then you are a huge asshole. If you have nothing to hide, then it doesn't hurt you, but it does help her. You being so willing to leave does make it seem like you had one foot out the door already, so maybe your wife wasn't so irrational. You are a huge asshole. I'm not saying that pregnancy is a free pass for anything, but show your wife some grace if this is not her norm. And she has had babies, so she can say these things. I just don't understand. I don't understand any of it. To be so quick to take this action shows just a complete lack of empathy. And you don't have to be an empath to have to provide empathy here. You don't have to understand. You don't have to have gone through pregnancy to be able to understand that things are probably different, that things are probably difficult. You don't have to be an empath. You don't have to be a woman to understand those things and empathize with them. There's this pivot that happens when you become a parent, and maybe for him it hasn't hit because his child hasn't been born yet. Maybe that's the case. But there's this pivot where at some point, hopefully, you realize that you can't be selfish anymore. You don't get to put yourself first anymore. And even though, we talk a lot about not staying in unhappy homes because that provides the wrong kind of precedent and benchmark for your children, showing them that happiness is possible, I believe, is always the way, even if that leads to two separate happy homes rather than one unhappy one. But for this one incident to just be willing to throw it all away, he treated her like such a disposable thing while pregnant. Several problems with that.